Are your breasts asymmetric? If so, let's talk about the nuances of correcting a breast asymmetry. I'm Dr. Megan Drevscott. I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon in Seattle, Washington, and I do a ton of breast procedures. Now, the main thing that people talk about when they think about a breast asymmetry is going to be volume discrepancies, but volume is actually the easiest part to correct. So one of the first things that a patient's thinking about when they're thinking about correcting is going to be size discrepancy. This is a perfect example. This patient has basically a D cup on one side and like an A cup on the other. So easiest way to correct this is if the patient wanted to be as small as the smaller breast, we would simply just reduce the larger breast to match it. However, things get a little bit more complicated when the patient doesn't want to end up with both sides being that small and they want to enlarge this side with an implant. Why does that make it more complicated? Because this patient's areolar diameter is different, this patient's breast shape is different, and this patient's nipple position is different. Simply by putting an implant in the smaller side, we're not going to correct for all of those things. So this is actually my surgical plan for this patient. We put a large implant in on the smaller side, but then we also needed to correct for all of those other variables. We actually ended up putting a small implant in the larger side and doing a reduction of her tissue because an implant is really the only way to get upper pole fullness. A breast lift alone is not going to do that. This patient's smaller side is basically going to be all implant. And so in order to get the same type of look, we really needed to put a small, flat, low profile implant on her right side. By placing a smaller implant on the larger side, performing a breast lift to correct for nipple asymmetry as well as areolar diameter asymmetry, and is going to reshape the breast to better match the other smaller side, I was able to create much more symmetry for her.